Gina, what did you just say? It's so much more than politics, what's happening in this world. All the things that are happening, that's just the distraction. That's all that is the distraction, because there's so much happening behind the scenes. And a lot of other people know this. They know it. They know that we got all of this distraction happening. And, but there are those who think, oh, well, it's all political. No, no, no. It's so much more. That is what they use to distract. Totally what they use to distract people. And I'm sorry to say, but I think over half the population is distracted by it. And they're missing the big picture, what's truly going on behind the scenes. It's a transformation from the ground up. When it's all said and done, it's a transformation from the ground up, and you may not be here to witness it in the years to come. Just a few years to come, you all. So, yeah. And I don't like that topic at all. I don't. I've always felt within my spirit that it was a big distraction, and I still feel within my spirit that it's a big distraction, you all. There truly is something coming. And if you are in tune, you can feel it in your being. You can. Love you too, Victoria. You can feel it. And it's nothing to make light of. And if you try to have a conversation with someone who's only focused on that particular subject, you may have your words fallen on deaf ears, because all they got embedded in their heads is that very subject, you all. That's why I don't talk that subject on here, and I don't like it, and I never did like it. Hello, Scott. 3D, 5D, yeah. So we still have to prepare. We do. Get yourself ready. Get yourself prepared on the inside right here. You got to be strong. You got to be spiritually strong on the inside to face what's coming, because it's not over yet. Look at all the earthquakes that have happened in Turkey. May God have, may He help them. May He give them grace. I could not imagine back-to-back earthquakes, you all, and so many thousands of people are affected. It's like it shakes your country down to the core, is what it does. It's shaking people at the core of their being. And like was said this morning, if you were to face the end of the world, the end was coming, you want to have your friends, you want to have your family with you. That's what truly does matter. You want to have your tribe, your family with you. Even if you've lost everything, you want to be able to have each other, okay? Each other to face that road ahead. So it's much more than politics. And I am not a person who likes to talk about politics, and I will not talk about it because it is a great big distraction. It is a diversion to keep people unfocused on what truly is happening right in front of our... Oh, so that got them in trouble, Suzanne. Isn't that about right? Well, that's just too bad, right? I mean, it's terrible that that's happening, but if they don't want to join, they don't have to join. They do not. It's horrible. It's like your pawns. It's like your pawns. It's like twisting of the arm. You do what we tell you to do, or you're going to pay. Oh, you think you're going to make a different decision? We're going to get you. Yeah, so it's much more. It really is much more. And I wonder, I really do wonder, what is it, you all? Of course, I'm just going to say it. What is it? What is coming that the powers that be know? What's coming? They know it's coming. And they got to be strong to face what's coming. They do. They got to be very strong. Stronger than what is coming. And they know it's humanly impossible to be strong enough to face what's coming. Humanly impossible. They cannot do it with just mere human strength or mere human knowledge. They can't. That's why. You know why. You know what. You remember that Star Wars stuff? And there was a secret army that was built all the while behind the scenes. What was that? The army of the drones? It was built for that particular time. I can't sit and watch it because it's too long of a movie, but I remember that. I do remember it, you all. And I thought, that's just weird because they were betraying each other. They were. You had people betraying one another, playing both sides. They played both sides. That's what they did. And you would have never known it until it got further, further, further in the story. They played the people. This is a very intense time. It's extremely intense. And we've got to prepare you all, we really do, just as a follow-up from this morning's video. And it's good to be aware. It's good to be aware. Aware enough to prepare, but you don't want to live your life in fear. You do not. This would be a good time to start forming bonds, building in your communities, strong bonds within your communities, you all. You may say, well, I don't have one. Well, you got a spiritual community right here in the spiritual realm, even though you can't see us face to face. We're a family. We really are, because we're spiritually connected. And those type of connections you can't break. That's right, you can't, because they're spiritual. And human hands can't do that. So, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Michael, honey, there'll be a time of distress unequaled from the beginning of the world and never to be equaled again, is what it says. And if those days had not been cut short, no one would survive. And how does Cthulhu fit into it, really? How does Cthulhu fit into this time? Is he, is that considered like Abaddon? Abaddon? Because there's this thing called the Call of Cthulhu. I don't want to keep saying it that long because, you know, that helps bring more energy to him. That's right. Glory days, not gloomy days. Well, Todd, honey, these are very glorious times to live in. It's wonderful to be alive during this day and age, to see all that's happening under the sky above and around in the world. Everything's being brought out to light. So absolutely, it's a glorious day. But it'll be even more glorious when darkness is defeated forever. And we're here and we're seeing all these preparations being made. We're seeing it all. Hello. If you're just tuning in, hello. It's really nice out, but it's the topic is, it's much more than politics, and over half the population does not realize it. They don't. They don't. Because they've been fixated on it. They are. And what can you do about it? Nothing. You've already tried to raise awareness. You can continue to raise it, and if your words fall on deaf ears, then that's okay. At least you tried, right? At least you tried. Yeah. What has been will be again. And God will call the past into account. That's right. That's right. You need prayers admitted to the hospital. Laura, absolutely. Yeah. Hello there, Danny Lovelet. That's right. Some guy too. That's right. It's such a dull subject. It's not beneficial, and it's not uplifting. It all it does is divide. It really does. It don't got love in it. It don't, and that's what we need, some more love on the inside, because that's what holds us all together and makes us stronger. That other thing is meant to divide. It really is. That's right. Um, well, thank you. My hair's a little wild, and this is the natural color of my hair. I started going gray really early in life in my 30s. And my grandmother, she was had Cherokee in her. Her hair was very white and gray total. Yeah, at a young age. And my mother, she went gray too at a young age, gray and white. I'm the only one of my sisters, I think, who got gray really fast, like this. That's okay, you all, we can do it. We like that. It's a sign of wisdom. Gray hair is a sign of wisdom. Wear it like a crown, you all, we can do it. Yeah, we can say a prayer for Laura right now. Dear Lord, I pray may you keep your hand over Laura as she goes into the hospital, and just may you work everything out according to your will, and just be with her and help her and give her peace of mind, and let her know that you've got this and you've got her. In the name of precious Jesus, amen. Yeah, we can say a prayer. Um, People prayed for me when I had to go into the hospital. I don't know if it was online, but no, it wasn't. I wasn't online at that time. I wasn't. But we all need prayer, and prayer does make a difference. And if you don't believe in prayer, that's fine. It's fine. You don't have to. Um, Nothing bad can come from it, because I didn't wish anything bad. I didn't cast a spell on her or nothing. That's right. I don't believe in doing that, but there are people who do. Oh my goodness, will I be doing a big garden this year? It's really hard to maintain a big garden when I do YouTube a lot and stuff, you all. But this part of the garden down here, my husband's already pulled the old growth out and powdered in the that thing right there. And then he'll do this part right here. We've got the greenhouse that I built over a year ago in the back, and I probably will do some improvements to it. And it's really good. I love those cucumbers. Those cucumbers did wonderful in the greenhouse. They did. They were growing all over, and we had fresh cucumbers. I would like to expand my greenhouse, but that's okay. I do still have leftover windows that I had bought like secondhand windows that came out of houses, old windows that I thought, well, I can expand some more greenhouse stuff. But I got a lot of stuff that I could do, you all. We got to get our systems up and going, you all. We do. I'd like to get like a water filtrage. See, look at the sun on there. Look at that ring around the sun reflecting. Look at that. So you can see, even with that like that, you all, you can see. There's just like so much more up there. Let me see if I can get it. Boom. Look like a boogeyman. It does. A greenhouse hologram. They're good to eat. Green cucumbers are. Yeah. I do want to have more sweet potatoes, and the sweet potatoes, if we can grow our own sweet potato slips, they'll grow good in the raised flower beds or planters that I made with recycled pallets, and took a ton of dirt, but they seem to grow best. Let me see this. These right here that I built, they seem to grow really good in those wooden ones by the barrel. Do I pickle cucumbers? Yeah, we did. We pickled some. We did. But there's so much more than politics going on, and they're a distraction to keep us from being prepared, really, and being able to see with our spiritual eyes. Because if you're distracting someone, they're not going to be able to look all around them and connect the dots, because they'll only get a little bit of the dots connected while focusing on the politics, and they'll just keep going around in a circle. They won't really go nowhere. But there's so much more going on. We got to prepare. And it's hard. It's really hard. This is so much. There's impossible to prepare for everything. But it's not impossible to realize that this is much more deeper, because the power structure on the earth it's changing. It's completely changing. In South America will be good when it hits the fan. Um, Clairaudience, ringing ears. That's wonderful. It really is. I think there was a lot of investment by China into Africa with the water systems and stuff like that, and a lot of other countries that may be a fertile crescent when it happens. It may be. You'll be exactly where you're meant to be, even though we may think, well, we're going to go here or there. You never know, but you'll be where you're supposed to be, and you can ride out the storm. That's right. You can ride it right out. Brazil. Um, oh, that's exactly right. Susan. Some would have us delay our spiritual preparedness. No, we cannot delay it. We can't delay it. That's gotta start first on the inside, so that we can get our stuff ready. That's right. If you're just tuning in, there's other things that are happening all around the world, and it's just wild. I don't know how. Well, 2025 is an important timestamp. It's a major timestamp. Brazil. I read something about that, and I was going to do a video on it. They said when you see the talking about that current, the that North Atlantic current, the South Atlantic what conveyor belt or something that has already reversed. And they said the last time something like this happened, you know how they did the day after tomorrow when we had that flash freeze, like a polar flip or something like that. They were able to map it out, and they were able to notice that in some countries like that, the flooding it got worse and worse in those type of countries, and that was a major sign that it's getting ready to flip. It may take a few years, maybe not even that long, but they had the telltale signs of what to look for. I don't know why I didn't get to do that video, but I didn't. They studied it. 2025 is a major time stamp. And by 2025 is when they hope to have all this crypto stuff put into place, the new system set up, and the quantum whatever, and that's when they're supposed to have universal basic income set up, and probably insurance, and new financial system, quantum financial system in 2025. It'd be like the earth will be under a different control, a different power. And I guess that's where, I don't know. Don't think too far in the future, you all. Do not. The big statue of, I heard that was hit with lightning. The age of Aquarius, 2 years. That's right. They can. Patrima, you're absolutely right. You will leave a trail every time that your money hits that blockchain. And they can turn it off. They can decide whether or not you get to buy something. Really, they will. They will decide whether or not you can buy what you want to buy. And if you remember a long time ago, well, it seems like a long time ago, a couple years ago, they had a spokesperson say that in the future, the algorithm will pick your job, pick who you will to marry, and it will make all the decisions for you. But we left up to the algorithm, which is not a human entity, but he's just telling you the truth. So that's the future. That is the future. Look at that sun. Isn't it pretty with all those rays coming from it? It really is pretty. Boom. But then you had to think, what about the plasma apocalypse? How would the plasma apocalypse play into that? Would you have a plasma apocalypse coming around that time too? Because if the 2025 would be the time that the earth would flip, the poles were flipped, well, they only got a little bit of time to prepare And you know they're getting all their underground bunkers and stuff ready. Yeah, their underground bunkers are getting ready. Whew. Each country has their own digital, like Digital One. They've already been doing their trial runs. It started a couple years ago. Trial runs each country for their own digital currency and stuff like that. Like we got the US dollar tether. Um, they're just trying to iron out all the wrinkles. That's okay, you all. We got to keep going. And they know they can't completely get rid of all the cash or whatever, but they can make it to where if you don't buy into the system, you will not participate in the system. You will kind of be like the Hunger Games. Is that what it was? The Hunger Games or something? It's kind of eerie. I don't like that show. I only watched the first one. The more you know, the more you will trust, and the less you will fear. Absolutely. Native Michigan Ojibwa. That's right. Much love to you too in South Australia, Deb Richardson. That's right, you all. We love, even though we can't see face to face, we can love from afar over the internet. See, and they can watch us too. They can watch what we're doing. They can watch me walking back on the porch, back and forth, and I don't care. I really don't. If the digital world hasn't got anything to do and they like to watch humans and stuff, that's okay. You can watch me because I don't got nothing to hide. I ain't got nothing to hide that I'm not say either. I don't. I'm just going to say it. Yeah. T, you were spiritually attacked about half an hour ago. Oh my gosh. I hope you're okay. In your spirit, I hope it wasn't too negative. But it probably was for you to get on here and say that you were spiritually attacked. Has anyone else had any spiritual attacks? Because you know they have opened up portals. Gina, I thought you were talking about it. There's much more than politics. Well, there is. We're talking about the spiritual realm too, and all these other things that are going on behind the scenes. We are. Your son asked you if he knew what cemeteries. Oh, man. I smell somebody's cooking something out. I can smell it in the air. Hello there, Ramona Williams. That's right. Hello. We're not a big cyber family, a big spiritual family. You had to go lie down. You got weak too. T, has this ever happened to you before? And there could be some kind of frequency, and you're not the only one in that area that happened to, but they don't realize it. And that's normally how it happens. We got to try our best, you all, to keep our vibration high. Do you know why you talk about vibration? Because it really is. It's your frequency of your heart. It is, and you want it to stay up. You don't want to have any negativeness or nothing getting in you. Even though you can be aware of it, you want to do your best to push through it. Strange smells and burning plastic. I hope am I buffering you all? Because I wouldn't be surprised if I'm buffering. Get your crystals on. It happened this last few months. And has Australia been under? Are you in Australia, T? Is that where you say you are in Australia? Everybody got some buffering. You're not sure if it was a bad thought. You could, if you could, your thoughts do have power to them. It's buffering. But it's not buffering on my, oh, you're in Ireland? Well, I want to put you in Australia, T. Could you go to Australia? Can you go to the land down under? You can go to the land down under. Yeah, it may not be that pleasant. Yeah, refresh your pages if it's buffering, because your local carrier can throttle your connection. They do have the ability to do that because you're on their network. I'm not seeing the twirling around or anything on my side either. Oh, you got to go knock on Ireland in April. You get to go knock, knock. Oh, you lost me for a minute. Oh, yeah, you got to reset. That's okay. Hello there, howdy, Feister. We got to kill the darkness. That's right, kill it. Put it out. Put the darkness completely out. It may take a lot of us out before it's all said and done. A lot of us may not even be here before in a physical body before the darkness is completely defeated on this earth. And I hope you all realize that. I know you do. There are those who feel that nothing's coming. Nothing's coming. Nothing. There's nothing wrong with me. I'll still be here 10, 20 years from now. You could be. I don't know. Really. County Mayo, you also, it's much more than politics. It's happening behind the scenes, a whole lot more. And we got to be ready. We got to get prepared. Just like this morning, your mother lives in Ireland. Was she there during the Irish potato famine? I never heard of that until years ago. I thought, wow, that's really strange. And that's when a lot of people left because of that. Good evening, you all. Good evening if you're just tuning in. We just need to get prepared in whatever way you see fit, really, and keep your vibration up, you all. When it comes right down to it, there's no physical thing in this world that's going to save you when it comes right down to it. That's right. And I think the powerful elite and all those who think they're going to save their life, when they call to the mountains and say, fall on us, hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne. Yeah, they want to hide, but they can't hide. That'll be your tomb. You go hiding in the mountain, it's probably going to be your tomb. You're going to be shut in. That would be awful. I don't want to be in a place like that. I really don't. The leaves get on the trees. It's really pretty then. I like to come out here at times because it is peaceful. We can come home together from all around the world. That's right, Deb Richardson. That's exactly right. And I really do think that this is one of the ideas of why they got internet, social media and stuff, is so people can come together online. I think that's in the background. They'd like to have form communities like that. It is a community. When look at those clouds like that coming from the sun. It's fine. It's a nice breeze. Yeah, peace and unity. We can have peace, but it has to start inside of here. It has to start inside of here. You ever notice if you have a peace inside of here and you're around somebody and they seem peaceful at first, then all of a sudden the negativeness starts coming out. You can feel the vibration and it's like, and you start going downhill. You gotta protect yourself from that. You really do. Push it far, far, far away, you all, because energy has a way of attaching itself to you. Positive energy does, and so does negative energy. They both have the ability to leave residual stuff on you, good energy and bad energy. And you don't want to take that bad energy home with you. You don't. It's like you don't go to sleep angry. Do not go to sleep angry when the sun goes down. Don't do it. It's not good to take that anger to bed. You've been sleeping with anger, you ain't going to have a pleasant sleep. You sleep with love, you're going to have a pleasant sleep. That's how it goes. Do not let the sun go down while you're angry. You all do not do it. It's a horrible feeling. It is. You just keep the vibration up. Completely up. Zombie vampires, there's a lot of them. MJ, you don't hold much stock in these maps that the public have seen regarding the end days. There's a lot of maps out there. There really is. And some of it could be psyops. It really could be. Who knows? There's supposed to be like a great earthquake that happens, such has never been seen before and never will happen again. Just like we had that great deluge, the great flood. Um, Somebody grew up very poor, and your dad had stories of eating rats. Wow. Just don't eat the heads. They're poisonous. A rat. Um, Thalia. Yeah. Your family in Ireland. Yeah. Well, I wonder if some people could eat rats. Hello there, country boy. Um, there's much more than politics that's going on, but it's used as a distraction to keep us from focusing on what, even looking around, noticing what's going on in all these other areas. If they can keep the bickering and stuff back and forth and making our energy get really frustrated, listening to the mouthpieces, because it really does. It really gets to people because they're like, and that's all they talk about, what such and such said. I don't like it. I never did like it, ever. I like to know what's going on in the world, but all that other stuff, no, it's a trap. It's a trap, and the people who give into it, they don't realize what a big trap it is. It's like Charlotte's Web. Charlotte told Wilbur he was about to go off to wherever he was going to go, and she said, "Well, I'll fix something. Give me something. Go give me a piece of paper or something." And she wove in a web a word. He said, "Well, that's not going to help." She goes, "Humans are so gullible." That's Charlotte, that spider. Humans are so gullible. Well, not all humans. Not all humans are gullible, but some are. A lot of them are. Um, and I used to be gullible in certain areas. When somebody would say something or tell me something, I always thought if they told me something, it was the truth. I still am like that at times, but only in certain areas. Now I know that people will look you right in the eye and they will lie to you. Or they will say something and you're not supposed to take it at heart because they say we're just shooting the wind, we're just doing something, shooting the breeze or something like that. I don't know, but I don't like to play like that. Unless if I'm joking, you're gonna know I'm joking. I'm not gonna come on here and say stuff and with a straight face and do that. It's not right, because people do take you for your words. I used to say this years and years: if your word's no good, you're no good. I would say it all the time because people keeping their words is very important to me. But then as I got older, like a few years ago, I thought, that doesn't sound very nice of me at all. If your word's no good, you're no good. That sounds very not nice, so I don't say it no more. But I used to think that in my mind. I did. It's not nice to say, you all. It's not. Don't go around saying it. Yeah. Um, so the subject is much more than politics taking place. Yes, Peter, honey, we know. We know, Peter. That's right. Peter, James, and Paul. We know. Boom. The Christ consciousness. There is a such thing as that, but some people don't like that term and they don't understand where it's coming from. They don't. They do not understand where that comes from. If they could really look on the inside and tune out all the negativeness and all the labels and all that kind of stuff and all the division, yeah, that's the only way we're going to be able to unite. We're going to have to tune out all the division. Quit trying to divide. Quit saying it's my way or the highway. My way or the highway. Well, it's going to be the highway for a lot of people. It really will be. Doggone girls accents. Some people's got some good accents going on. They really do. That's right. We got what we put out. We get what we put out. You choose tacos. Michelle, honey, not everybody's going to eat tacos and smoke weed. They are not. Gina is one of them. That's right. Oh, my goodness gracious. Yeah, no, I had some taco meat a while ago. I just had maybe a tablespoon or two of taco meat because I'm trying to think what I want to eat for supper. I'm trying to watch what I eat. I'm trying to lose weight. Love you too, Michelle, honey. To tell the truth. Let's read this comment by Janice. To tell the truth is a conspiracy, and to tell a lie become a truth. A truth. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're right. That's right. That's what it's came to. Just like that. Um, yeah. DSB. You're so very welcome. We got to come together. It doesn't matter what color your skin is, you are. It doesn't matter what country you come from. It doesn't matter what language you speak. We've got to come together in love. We've got to, because we'll be very strong when we do, a lot stronger than you may realize. That's right, you are. It's exactly right, and that's what the opposing force does not want. They do not want us to come together. They don't want us to realize that. They want to keep us distracted with all these little things. They keep popping up. Look over here. Doesn't that make you angry? Look over here. Now this should really make you angry. See, that's what they're doing. Look at this. Oh, that's going to make you angry, and they do it on purpose. And a lot of people fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it, you all. Just realize that when you see things like that, they're triggers. Triggers. And they want to distract you. Yes. Hello, Susan B. Honey. Dystopia-ish. Actually fun to be in the spiritual war for the immortal soul of humanity. That's right. It is. It's good. It's not for the weak of heart, faint of heart. It's not. You got to be a warrior inside of there. That's okay, you all. We're getting ready. We're getting ready. We're building ourselves up, preparing ourselves on the inside, getting stronger, because this is the day and age that we live in. And the world is keeping on going day after day, week after week, month after month. There's changes happening all around the scenes. There is. It's okay. We can do it. And in the future, in the weeks and months and few years ahead, you may find yourself in connection with people you didn't think you would be. That's right. You may find yourself in a thinking at the world totally much more different than you do right now, too. You'll add to your learning, but you won't be the same person that you are right now. You will not, and I will not too, and I know that. I'm not going to be that same Gina that I am right now, because I will have grown on the inside, and so will you. You will have grown, and you will have changed for the better. That's right. You'll get better equipped, and you'll be in contact with people that you are supposed to be in contact with. Everything happens for a reason, and it happens at a time when it's supposed to happen. It does. I am a firm believer in that. And so are a lot of other people. And you reap what you sow. You do. Hopefully there are those who are still part asleep. They're not fully awakened. Hopefully their eyes will awaken soon. So they'll have more time to prepare. But then it's not going to be our choosing when their eyes open all the way. It's already a predetermined time of when they're going to be. You can't rush them. You can't. You can't rush time. Okay, because we can't control time. It's beyond our control, you all. It is. So we can only hope and pray that we have enough time to get prepared as much as we can and form the bonds that we can while we can. And I'm sure we will. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here right now. We wouldn't. It'll all work out the way it's supposed to. And we can't fear the future. We can't. We can be aware of it so that we can go forward with strength and courage and love. That's right. So I am going to go, you all. I am. Yeah, we're living in a ever-changing world. Things are changing. We're changing too. This world, this world is not going to continue changing if we ain't going to change with it, because we're gonna keep up. We are going to keep up so that we're going to be ready. We'll know what's going on, even though they don't let us know. We know what's going on behind the scenes. We can feel it in the spiritual realm, so we know. We do know. And with that being said, I'm going to go. And hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening or afternoon, you all. Thank you for listening, you all. We got to get prepared on the inside. And there's much more than politics taking place. Okay, that's just a big distraction, a great big distraction. Love you.